I'm going live, everybody. Try to be loud. Try to be interruptive. Clang dishes. Do whatever you can do. All right. Hi, it's me. It's me. It's me. Let me share first to my ACL. Let me share to my ACL. All right, so I'm live. We are hanging out more often because it's good for me. And I just took like 2 hours, no joke. I have to be careful not to stick my fingers in my eye. I chopped up a whole bunch of hot peppers. Woo! Making that salsa. I have been blessed with my friend's abundance. I went to one of my neighbor's house and they're like, do you want some hot peppers? And I was like, sure. And then I went to my friend Sherry's house today and she's like, pick all the tomatoes that you want. And I was like, okay. And I grew my own onions. Good job, Sadie. So that's really all you need for salsa. I had a little bit of vinegar, pop that in, a little salt, a couple cans of old tomatoes, leftover spaghetti sauce, whatever's laying around, you just put that in. That's all you do. All right, so anyways, I just want to share this across the board because I don't have it set up to automatically share. I have to do my own work. I have to be my own pimp. So here we are, hanging out. Gonna turn myself down. So last night we did black tourmaline. Tonight we're doing the second crystal of Judy Hall's Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle. This is number 2, Flint. This is what we're talking about tonight. And it's all about portal power. So whatever the hell that means to you, right? We just had 8-8 Lionsgate. That was like a portal, like an opening of energy. That's what I think of when I think of portal power. Like an opportunity now to transition and move your ass into a better place, right? Whether it's another timeline or just another aspect of the reality that you want to create. That's what I think about portals. Maybe there's more to it. I don't know, Jack. Okay? I don't know nothing. But what I do know is when I said portal, it made me think of sacred geometry, right? Because how would we move ourselves? We would move ourselves within our Merkaba or Merkaba. It's Merkaba. I just always say it wrong. I say Merkaba. So it made me think of sacred geometry. So the deck that we're going to be working tonight with is this deck, Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle by Lon. Okay? They're really cool. They're really cool. So anyways, we'll just wait here a minute. Tell me how you're doing. What else did I do today? Thank you for asking. I recorded a podcast today for Herbal Marie, finally. It is with, hey Kathy, I did an Herbal Tarot podcast today. We did the High Priest, which was the herb sage, and y'all, it was cool. It was really, really cool. And then I actually did just get some sage from my friend, Sherry Burkett. How many more slurry can I get today? All right, we'll see. So anyways, what did you do today? Besides recording a podcast, harvesting tomatoes, chopping a whole bunch of peppers. Hey, tell me what you did today. I have to be very careful not to stick my fingers in my eye because the peppers were hot enough that in the air I was like when so if I'm a little bit, it's because I was just getting acquainted with the capsum in some of these peppers. But I'm so blessed to have my friend's abundance because I didn't grow one pepper or any tomatoes that I didn't eat right in the yard. I had a couple tomato plants. Gracie, go lay down. I had a couple tomato plants. They were delicious ones and they got huge, but they were so pithy. I just gave them to the chickens. So anyways, hey, what's going on? Thank you. I'm so glad you guys are here. Osio says, I cleaned my house really good today. Got groceries. Good. Good. Groceries are good. I hope to have some of those in the house at some point soon too. So, anyways, tomorrow's Thursday, and then Friday, everybody please follow Osceola the Oracle. I will be sitting in his broadcast, his live stream on Friday nights. So you won't see me here on Friday nights because I already have plans. Okay? I already have plans. Doesn't mean I won't pop in the afternoon. Right? If I must, if I have to. But yeah, so yeah, housework and groceries. I wanted to do housework today. I didn't. I decided to take a bike ride. I decided to do homeschool with my kids. That was exhausting. Oh yeah, that's what I've done all week. Okay, God bless them. God bless them. But I'm exhausted. Like my brain's had enough already. So anyways, thanks everybody for being here, and I love you. So we are going to talk about this crystal, Flint. I don't think I have this. If I do, it's in the raw form, and it doesn't look like this. This Flint crystal is shaped in a ball. It reminds me of the moon, doesn't it? It's really cool. I'm trying to get it so that like maybe we can see it without a glare. There we go. Now don't move. Oh, guess what else happened today that's actually worth talking about? I saw a praying mantis. It was so cool. So if you guys are on Facebook, be sure to be my friend. Same name that I have here, Sadie Marie Cherico. It was awesome. And high five to myself. I got some really cool photographs of it. What an amazing creature. Like, could you look any more like an alien? Just saying. Like his little alien face. Like, amazing. And it was really actually quite big. Like, it was like, yeah, probably that big, really long wings. It had his little pincher claws ready to kill me. I was really happy to see it. I was happier to see it than it was to see me. That is for sure. So you helped a ladybug today. It was drowning, and then it hung out with you for a while before it died. That was very nice of you. And then to be there while it transitioned back into ladybug consciousness. And then what do you think? It probably came right back. Or does it ever leave? Does ladybug consciousness come and go? Or is it just, yeah, I don't know. But I'm glad you were there for that. You're like, I saved you. And goodbye. That's fun. That is really fun. It was so sad. It was so sad. I'm feeling really bad lately about squishing bugs and spiders, and like I'm really like trying to walk away from murdering them all the time. But like lately I've been harvesting all these herbs that are just so many spiders, little ones, little tiny yellow ones, green ones, and I'm like, go, 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 go. Like, you know, I don't know. It's weird whenever you get so conscious of consciousness. I don't know if I use those words correctly, but like it's weird when you're so aware of life. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna try not to sneeze. It's that you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm so aware of life, I don't even want to squish an ant. Yeah, there's peppers in the air, you guys, so if I sneeze, excuse me. So let's talk about Flint. Do you know anything about Flint? Does anyone ever work with this stone? Last night we did black tourmaline. That was really cool. You put peppermint oil in your diffuser. I think it's keeping the bugs and spiders away. Oh yeah, bugs and spiders hate peppermint. Yeah, I'm just like basically bringing them in my hair and in the baskets of herbs that I'm harvesting. So it's okay. I'm at peace with it. Yeah, I've never worked with Flint either. We have pulled this card before, like a year or two ago at Live Me, and as soon as it comes up, we just all talk about Flint, Michigan. Like, hello, Flint. Still probably no clean water, last I heard. I don't know. Does anybody have a Flint, Michigan update? That's what I think of when I hear Flint, or I think of like the flint in a lighter, you know? right? Like, I think like old-fashioned lighters had something called Flint in it. Like, you know, all right. Step aside, Sadie. Step aside and let your higher guides come in because they can talk a lot better than you. But yeah, so let's talk about Flint. Let's pull a couple sacred geometry activations. And then, yeah, then I'm going to like, my goal is to not go to bed before 9 o'clock. Okay, this is my old lady, don't fall into depression life goals. Don't go to bed earlier than 9 o'clock. It's actually not good for you because you don't even really sleep. You're just there like being bored and lonely or whatever, you know? So I'm trying to stay up till 9 o'clock at least, but really not later than 10. So many rules. So many rules. So let's take a look at this. Doesn't it remind you of a moon? Of course, it's a sphere. It's shaped into this. This is not how you would find it in the wild, of course. But it's coming up. Let me hold it back here because when I hold it too close to you, it gets a little too white. It's actually silver gray, but it really does look like the moon, doesn't it? Yeah, okay, so Flint is all about portal power. Flint stabilizes energy. It's a stabilizer. It's a very earthy vibration, and it cuts through to the core of issues. Clearing blockages and loosening ties. So I like that idea because sometimes we are tied too thick to people in our life, you know, and it's just like, why can't I let them go? Right? That's the look that you're like, why? Why not? So this opens portals to other worlds and hidden aspects of yourself. So yeah, like a portal to another place, another time, another reality, or perhaps a portal within, accessing, making access to us. Yeah, I know, I want one too. And I'm looking over at my little tray of crystals being like, do I have you? Because like I could have a little chunk of Flint and not really recognize it, because I do have like some, where was it? I don't know. They just look like gravel rocks to me. I don't know. Are you Flint? That's looking greenish in the light, but it's actually just silver dirt. I don't know. I have a lot of things that I don't know what I have. Yeah, so like, yeah, we can all tap into the energy of Flint. Even if we don't have a Flint crystal with us now, if we want to loosen ties, tops of my hands are burning, you guys, from all the peppers. If we want to loosen ties, if we want to clear blockages, if we want to have access and help opening a portal, whether within ourselves or to another world, that's Flint. So this comes with a divination meaning like if we would be pulling cards and this card would come up in your reading, if you would get the Flint card, it would lead you to this self-understanding. It would tell you that you are a person with profound inner depths, and we all are, truly. I mean, there is more to you than meets the eye, absolutely. There is more to you than even you are aware of right now. So, yes or no, would you like to have access to more of yourself, to some hidden aspects of yourself? Would you like them to be opened? Tell the universe now, circle one, yes or no. So you are a person with profound inner depths. Do not be afraid to explore this hidden side. It contains treasure beyond knowing. Together with attitudinal karma and repressed emotions affecting well-being. So you got this understanding of yourself, this treasure beyond knowing. It's teaming up with something called attitudinal karma and repressed emotions that affect your well-being. To me, that says, yeah, there's definitely some stuff there that we could cut ties to. Like, hello. There is plenty of things in our karmic field that we could snip, snip, snip. Definitely. So, what this crystal does, Flint connects you to your ancestors. That is one way that it opens up portals. It connects you to your ancestors. And you, as a natural traveler, you know how to negotiate the shamanic underworld to obtain healing insight. So, wow, if I got this in my reading, I would feel so cool. I don't know if I would get this card. Like, am I brave enough to dive into these hidden aspects of myself? Go shamanic, go deep, go dark. Don't be afraid to go into that darkness. You will come back with light. You will come back with understanding, wisdom, and that is treasure. Knowledge is treasure. Perspective is treasure. So, Flint tells us, one, to strengthen our boundaries. Yeah, a lot of these earthy crystals are all about like, hold up, step back, I need to protect my space. Which is good for us when we are diving deep, when we're going into places, as the lights are flickering, into areas that we have never been before. You need to have a clear area. You need to be very aware of who and what is around you. So this is a message to strengthen your boundaries, to cut through confusion to the core of the matter. So if you have anything in your life that you're just like, I don't know why this is going on, this crystal will help you just cut to like the point of it. Like, what's really going on here? Yeah, you got the chatter, you got the distraction, you got the riffraff, but what's at the core of it? It helps you like dive deep and quick and find out what the hell's really going on. So this also has a message about soul retrieval. It says soul retrieval is necessary if you left any part of yourself in another life or an abusive childhood experience. So it could help you open up a portal to a past incarnation, especially if you're just like feeling like a little chunk of your soul is not with you. Well, none of us are complete at this point. I will tell you that. We are still retrieving aspects of our soul. And yes, that's why you have to do your shadow work. That's why you have to dive into your darkness. That's why it's probably a good idea to have a past life regression and just give the universe permission to take you where you need to be and rendezvous with who you need to rendezvous with so that you can get little pieces of you back. It was actually quite a while ago that I came to the understanding that I hold a lot of people's chunks of soul. And that's one of the reasons why I keep coming online here like a psychopath, like a committed psychopath, because I still can tell that I'm holding things for other people and I'm just waiting for them to stumble in here so I can give it back to them. It's like a hard concept to explain, but like I just have always felt like that's part of my work. So if I'm at a grocery store, for example, and I just have this random, yes, let's do focus on past lives with you with Asiel Friday. That would be fun and necessary. And don't you have a past life deck? Maybe, or you were gonna get one. If I have an inclination to speak to somebody and it really does seem random, I don't care. I go with it because I know that there's a reason for me just to bump shoulders or say hello or a little eye contact, or just a little conversation just to get into the vicinity of them because somehow I'm helping them. And then in a lot of ways, I'm getting something maybe back from them as well. So I don't know, it's kind of an interesting thing, but you can have parts of your soul that you have left in other incarnations, parallel incarnations, however you want to look at it, and your childhood. So if you have anything that like was traumatizing to you as a child, I have a whole list. We need to go back there. Yes, it is one of your most powerful decks. Okay, I am so excited now to hang out with you on Friday. Because yeah, like a lot of times we're in the now moment, we're just here, we're not really thinking about our past incarnations. You know, we can send love and healing to it. But yeah, Flint comes in to say there is quite a bit to be obtained by doing your soul retrieval work and your past life work. Right now, you just pulled a card for me. Right now, or you will pull a card for me. Don't get me too excited. But it says I pulled a card for you. So I'm taking that now as right now. But yeah, so do your healing work. And it's like, oh, that just happened to me when I was a kid. Yeah, but in that moment of trauma, your soul could have got fractured and it needs to be retrieved. So it's a good practice to say, I call all aspects of me back to me now. I call all aspects of me back to me now. There's probably a better way to say that, but I call all aspects back to me now. Okay? Of me, back to me, belong to me. Let's get back into me. All right, one more thing. If we got this Flint card in a reading, it might indicate that an unwelcome visitor from the past can be left behind, but recognize the lessons before you move on. Oh my gosh, I did just get a card right now. So yeah, this is like about clearing up your past, cutting ties, and bringing your little chunks of your sweet little soul back into you. So Asiali Oracle pulled me a card in my broadcast right now. This is such an honor. Thank you. Archangel Raphael, that's what he pulled for me. Asiel says, Archangel Raphael helping you heal intimate relationships. Stop it. He says to focus on self-love, I know, and nurturing yourself now. Spend even more time outside. Seriously, it's like the only thing that I can do right now for myself. Be outside and love myself and be so gentle with myself and love myself and love myself and love myself. It's like I have some catching up to do. That's what it feels like. That is so spot on because, yeah, I have some incredibly large capacity of catching up to do. That's how it feels. So thank you, Archangel Raphael. Thank you, Asiel. Yeah, there's quite a bit of healing work for me to do in that arena of my life. Ooh, send love to your sexuality in intimate situations or lack of. Did you hear the crickets? Mm-hmm. Okay, so anyways, an unwelcome visitor from the past can be left behind. Interesting. Not something that we really want to look forward to. So many crickets. All right. So hilarious. But you know what? That's actually probably what I need. That's what I need. I'm going to need that right now because Archangel Raphael, yeah, Raphael is right. It's right. It's right. And I instantly thought of Radha too. She's right too. I don't know. She just popped in my mind too. It's like that self-love first. Because if you don't have that going on, no pun intended, but all your other relationships are going to be screwed. It's true. True story. All right. So this is a very earthy frequency. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for that reminder too. Because, yeah, I'm just going to stay on this path of self-loving myself up. And, yeah, send love to all of those things that you said. All right, so this is an earthy stone. Thank you, Flint, for coming in, for allowing us to look at that. There we go. Now it's focused. Thank you, Flint. This is an earthy vibration, earthy frequency. It works with your earth star and your base chakra. The timing is Scorpio, which makes a lot of sense with all those cord cuttings and bravery. I mean, my mom's a Scorpio. That woman knows how to cut cords, and that woman is so brave. So timing is Scorpio, and the soul path is safely exploring other worlds. So yeah, I do love that it's like, don't be afraid to go into these places, these new hidden aspects of you, these darker places. Um, and Scorpio is all about sexuality and intimacy. Ha ha ha. Funny. Yeah, it is. It is. It is truly the topic that has been just running around almost without, I want to say, rules or boundaries or something. Like, it has been so rampant within me. I finally just, like, it culminated to the point like about a week ago that I was like, enough already. This isn't even healthy for me at this point, like being in my head about all of this stuff. And then it brought up so many issues of self-worth, self-esteem, body image. Yeah, like my world all of a suddenly was so clearly projecting so much rejection outwardly. I was like, oh my God, like, what's going on within me? Like, I didn't realize I had been rejecting myself like that. But thank you, world around me. Thank you for rejecting me to the point where I was like, okay, okay, all right. But yeah, just when we think we're done with our healing work, we are not. We really are not. So, anyways, one thing that I skipped over, we got to go back to Flint for a minute to talk about the healing insight. So yeah, I'm glad I said that, because then I looked down and saw that I actually missed a whole chunk on this page. So healing insight, no surprise, is to pay attention to energetic boundaries and core strength. Your core strength. And don't be afraid to cut detrimental ties. And please strengthen your connection to the planet, because that maintains well-being. So yeah, this is all about energetic boundaries, cutting those ties that are detrimental to you, really working on your core strength, your self-love, your self-confidence, and strengthening your connection to the planet, because that maintains well-being. So shout out to Archangel Raphael and Asiel, the Oracle, for being so on with the card that you pulled me. Thank you so much. All right, are we ready to get some sacred geometry activations? Let's just see with these kind of themes with the Flint. We'll just see what comes through with these cards. Everything's in this deck right now except for the chakra cards. So we won't be pulling any of the chakra ones because I have them all out. I have a whole pile of chakra. I know, Raphael was on it. Like, are you so amused and impressed? I mean, always. I just love it. They're like one step ahead of us at least, maybe 2 or 3. Maybe 159 steps ahead of us. So yeah, I have a whole stack of chakra cards. I'm probably just going to do this as videos though, because I think that might be more interesting. Like, you know, instead of me just like pushing cards up into the camera for the chakra ones, to actually, you know, make it more of a slightly edited video. Yes, and I am thankful for it. I really, did you do your Course in Miracles today? I am really liking that journey for me. Facebook suggested like a group to me, and they've suggested it a few times because I had made a Course in Miracles post. So of course the algorithms are all up our wazoo, and they're suggesting like you type in one search word, then they're like suggesting it from now on and forever. So I sort of like, no, you need to get back on. Yeah. So I was like, not today, but for whatever reason today, or was it last night, I was like, you know what? I will join this A Course in Miracles group right now, because like I would love more people in my life that know what the hell I'm talking about when I talk about the Course in Miracles, because it is changing me 200 and whatever days now. Like, I'm a different person in my head. I really am. And it's just, it would be nice to just have a little bit of more of a social circle that understood what that was even all about. But with anything, I just hope that this group doesn't ruin it for me. Like, and so that was part of my hello to the group. I was like, I am really loving my Course in Miracles journey as a daily practice. I hope you all don't ruin it for me. Like, LOL. But it's interesting to see how many people are doing this Course in Miracles, which is a mind training reprogramming course, and they're still in their heads to the point of like, did you even read it? But I really respect and appreciate anyone who takes the time and courage to challenge their belief systems and clarify their mind. So I appreciate everyone in that group, but it has been interesting so far. But I'm glad I did it, because if I'm gonna be on Facebook, like, I don't really want to be there in the first place, but I feel like I'm supposed to be there now, a little bit, at least giving everybody a little bit of me here and there. I might as well have a Course in Miracles stuff on my timeline. So, all right, here we go. I have shuffled, and thank you so much for being here. Here we go. So we're talking about Flint, we're talking about portal power, we're talking about cutting ties, we're talking about going deep, retrieving aspects of our soul, connecting to our lineage, healing that traumatic episode or episodes of our childhood, and yeah, keeping that boundary clear. All right, so here's our first card. It's number 18, the Cosmic Flower. What are you going to watch tonight? Oh, okay. Your video, the Course in Miracles. Yeah, just wherever you're at. It's okay to take time off, especially if you need to integrate, and just be where you're at. There's no rush, really. But I did also say that, too. Like, I'm having more fun than I think other people are who are just reading the book, because I'm going along with Tina Lee Spalding. I think that's why my Course in Miracles experience is like so much more fun than other people's. Just saying. She brings it to life, literally. And then that channeling from Jesus afterwards brings it modern day, and just, it's always so timely. Like, they are good oracles for sure for me. Yeah, and I love her. Absolutely. All right, so this light is a banging, but we got the Cosmic Flower. And you can't tell how pretty it is because it's shiny and glossy, but it is sweet. And it's 18, which is a 9, a number of completion. That's kind of the Flint energy. Flint's kind of like, enough of this. We're cutting these cords, these detrimental fools from your past. Snip, snip, see you, bye, okay? So the Cosmic Flower is lovely. It's got oranges and reds and yellows, heart-centered colors in the middle with the turquoise and the green. We have these orbs around the edges. It's really an amazing mandala. So let's talk about the frequency. The frequency of the Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place that we call home. The core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. Now, we should all be like screaming because we just said a key word. Flint was talking about core. A lot of core strength, a lot of core, what did it even say? Hold on. It said paying attention to energetic boundaries and core strength. So your core strength. But this is talking about the true core of you, which is source energy. So that is home. You think your four walls are home. No, your real home is with source, God, creator, all that is, great spirit, whatever you want to call it, mother, father, goddess, God, like, that's home. That's your real home. That's why some of us are so disgustingly homesick in these bodies, because we know we're not home. So this reminds us of the frequency of home, and it activates our remembrance of that. So we won't get so homesick now if we can stay connected to the energy of home and pour that, download that into the core of our being. Talk about healing all of our issues just like that. And when we're filled up with that divine source energy, then we can pour our magnificence out into the world easily. So yeah, we got to fill up. In all my tarot cards, it's been saying, fill up your cup, fill up your cup, fill up your cup. Every time I turn around, fill up the cup, and get it going on so that you have something to offer. So I'm going to take my time. I don't know about you, but I just feel like there's no rush for anything anymore, and let the healing begin, baby, and the self-love begin, and just going to nurture myself and really respect myself so much more than I have been. So anyways, I'm going to look at the bottom and then we'll look at the top, but the bottom was calling me. Hello, it's me, integration. Getting all your soul aspects back, welcoming in your shadow. Let's integrate. This is number 30. And the frequency of integration, a lot of triangles here, but the one thing that stands out the most is that bright little dot in the center. So the frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourself, right? You gotta love you and you and you and all of you. It's so pretty. So welcome back, Dinero. Por nada. I am such a Pennsylvanian. All right, so yeah, this is so in alignment with the card that Asiel pulled me from Archangel Raphael, loving all aspects of myself. This is also in alignment with Flint. We're talking about Flint tonight. Here's our crystal. Bringing in that energy into the core. So listen to this. So the frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. So it's like, so what if there's positive and negative aspects of yourself? It really can just synchronize and harmonize into one complete you. Wait, there we go. Now you can see. It's like layers on layers of triangles. And then that little glowing core center just kind of pulsing. It's like there are so many aspects of us. But once we layer them and stack them up, we do become a complete, integrated, whole being. That's why I think shadow work is so necessary. And if you're new to my channel, one of my playlists is literally 44 episodes of shadow clearing work that I used the Soul's Journey Oracle deck, but we went through every card and just really tried to uncover, dig up, unearth whatever needed to be done and healed and integrated. Think about that word. Integrate. Integrate. I mean, think about how it like pulls all aspects of you back into you. No judgment. No judgment. It's just unconditionally loving, integrating all aspects of you back into you. And that's kind of what Flint was saying about the soul retrieval. It's like there might be things in your past lives and in your childhood that you're ashamed of, or just it's just judged so hard in your mind, but it's so important for you to bring them back into wholeness now. So really just contemplate on that tonight when you're falling asleep? What do you need to integrate within your life? All right, I said I was going to look at the top now. Ooh, this kind of goes like along with this, I think. The card on the top is perception. So really, like, what is positive? What is negative? It's just our perception. It's just the way we see things. It's just the way we see things. It's just the way we see things. You know, whether or not we judge it as good or bad. And yeah, it is a really good practice. It's bound to happen every once in a while. And I remember you, Asiel, talking about just really trying to not place, like, there is no, what did you used to say? There is no good, there is no bad, it just is. Or, do you remember what I'm talking about? But yeah, that's just what perception is. And once you realize that, how much control you have about perception, you can change it. So if you don't like something in your life, it's like, oh, well, I just only don't like that because I'm judging it to be bad. And if I can change my perception, I can change this whole damn thing. I can turn this whole ship around with just my perception. So this is definitely a very fluid and moving mandala or sacred geometry, whatever you want to call it. There's probably a lot of different ways to look at this, like what's moving, the blue or the yellow spheres? Is it going clockwise or counterclockwise? Like, it could be perceived differently from different people, or maybe even at different angles. Yeah, because even when I look at it this way, now I see these golden floating bubbles in a line here that I didn't see before. Oh, and there's these other little circles. And then there's these 4 corner little dots. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to look at. So the frequency of perception, like when you feel like people are spying on you, is so rude. Right? Everything we see changes when we change the way we see everything. Absolutely. I'm trying to change my perception of y'all right now. So, focus. Hocus pocus focus. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. So everyone is thinking that it's hilarious to be picking on me here tonight, so that's fine. But I love that Flint was talking about going into those hidden aspects of yourself, and now perception is like taking us beyond our comfort zone, which really isn't hard to do with me. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm uncomfortable now. But let's move beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. So, pretty, I want to say trippy almost, because it's like, think about your personality and like what you think to be you, and like you're like, oh, I always think this way and this way and this way. Like, sometimes it's really good for you to break down your belief systems and take yourself to the point of being like, do I even believe that? Do I really think that? Do I even believe anything? Like, what is even real? Like, don't ever like do drugs with me, because we'll lose it together. All right, so let's pull another card.
Hey, don't give Mom mother words, she'll be drunk.
All right, let's pull another card for Flint, for portal power, for, I don't know, taking us to the edges of our comfort zone. That takes me right on back to the intimacy healing, right? You can quickly go to the edge of your comfort zone with topics like that. My God, where's my studio? Where is my soundproof studio? All right.
It's in your dreams.
It's in my dreams. I No, we're gonna have to do top and bottom. Top and bottom, and then I'm going to bed. Well, I say I'm gonna go to bed, but what I really do, I already washed my face and brushed my teeth. So I do that before my broadcast. So I can literally just hit the sack. But I go to bed and I sit with my thoughts and I listen to music. And yeah, there's a lot of things that I do. When I go to bed, it takes me like an hour to go to bed. But and I read my astrology book, just a page, and I don't know, do a little self-care, self-love, whatever I'd like to do. And then I usually sleep for about 2 hours, and then I wake up. All right, so interesting messages coming in tonight. So let's just recap here. Let me fan myself. Starting to feel the heat here. We're talking about Flint tonight. It's all about portal power, going into other worlds, but I feel like for our purposes, it's wanted to talk about us going into ourselves, into some hidden aspects of ourselves, and basically uncovering some shit. That's what it said to me. But necessary, really necessary for us to do. Then it kind of talked about the best portal I've ever heard about. We got the cosmic flower, which was talking about home, our true home, the one inside of us, to source, and connecting with that energy, remembering that. That'll help us in every aspect of our life. We're not going to be so homesick. We're not going to be so depressed. We're going to know that we belong somewhere, not here. So we got the cosmic flower. Now these last two cards that we got was integration. It's so hard to see. Integration. It kind of moves, doesn't it? And then we got perception. Integration and perception. And then this card is coherence. So isn't that kind of feel like along the lines of integration, calling all chunks of our soul, aspects of our soul back, becoming whole, becoming coherent, right? At least that's what I think of it. Let's see what it actually says. First of all, let's just look how beautiful this is. 1, 2, 3. This is the third card of ours that we got with a heart center, a green heart center. That one had it. And the cosmic flower. See how they all speak to me with that green center? That to me says activate your higher heart now, especially because it is 3. All right, so the frequency of coherence. Am I even coherent right now? Do you even understand me? The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. So talk about becoming a whole, complete person. Most people are just living in their minds. And I'm talking like 98.888% of people are just living in their minds. So it would be a beautiful step for humanity for us to activate our higher hearts and start harmonizing. Start getting our mind to be the faithful servant of the heart, the way we were intended to be. So there's a lot of heart opening that needs to happen. And even me, you guys, before I came on here this morning, I've been wearing rosewood, and I put some here, and then I take the bottle and I like run it up and down my chest, like from my belly up to like the top, like I'm like open because rose is just such an amazing essence. I cannot afford essential oil of rose. Who can? But I did get a pretty good bargain on this rose wood, which activates within me the remembrance of rose. So yeah, I've been putting it on and really making an intention to keep my heart open, because for the love of God, it really could slam shut at any given time. Like all the time, I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing down there? Oh, what's that wood for? Are you trying to build a wall? Are you trying to close down shop? Like, I am always trying to keep it open, like keep my foot in the door, and open it more and more and more, because I know it's good for me, even though the world gives me more than enough reasons to permanently close it down. You were gonna get rosewood oil? Yeah, go back. Go back. Go back and get it. It's rosy but woodsy. Rosewood, duh. It's really cool. It's a great oil. I love it. I just wear it as a perfume, connect with Mother Mary, connect with my heart space. And yeah, now with this coherence card, I'm going to put it on as I'm rubbing it up and down me, and really telling my mind to be the faithful servant of my heart center, my heart chakra, my higher heart, my heart mind, whatever you want to call it. And then, yeah, once we get our hearts and minds in equal balance, yeah, we step out of ego. We step out of a lot of the bullshit. All right, so we're ready to get our last card for the broadcast. We've got Cosmic Flower, Integration, Perception, Coherence. This is how we're ending? Ugh. All right. Number 10, Authority. Boo! No, this is fine. This is good because you need to be the authority of your life, of your mind. It's your mind. Boo! But wait, what if you're the authority? And yay! So the frequency of authority, authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. So the reason we don't like authority, we just all throw up in our throats when we just said authority, is because up until this point in this reality, this 3D paradigm, authority has not been wise or loving or aligned at all. It's been deceptive. Authority has been abusive. Authority, it's misaligned, absolutely. And that's why we all get a bad taste in our mouth when it comes up. But there is such a thing as true authority, right? And that is receptive and wise and loving, as it is powerful, directed, and realized. So this is actually a really beautiful energy to tap into, because those heart-centered cards with that, look at that green. So there actually is quite a bit of that higher heart green in authority. So it is a wonderful daydream to be had. Wouldn't it be nice if our country, our government was ruled, or ruled, I guess, with people who were in true authority, had their hearts in the right place. They were wise, they were caring, they were loving, right? It's almost an impossible thing to visualize because we're so far off. We've never had it. But it is an interesting idea to think about. And then in your own life, are you being an overbearing, authoritarian? What word am I trying to use? How are you being in your life with your own authority? Are you taking authority over your mind? It's your mind. Get in there and start running the show, and let your heart. Yeah, I think let your heart be the guide is a big, big message with all of these cards. Heart, heart, more heart. Bam. And then there's this one. I don't know. So anyways, those are really good messages with the Flint card. Yeah, but I don't know. Any ending thoughts? Any ending takeaways? Stabilizing energy. How do we stabilize the energy? Well, I would definitely say that is coherence, right? Bringing that heart and mind in a stable place. Yeah, thank you so much for the thumbs up. Strengthening our boundaries. That really could have been the authority. You know, it's like if you feel like there's too much outer stuff having influence over you, then strengthen your boundaries and become your own authority. Yeah, there was lots of great messages today from Flint, from Cosmic Flower, perception, integration, coherence, and authority. So anyways, on that note, we are going to end, but we're not ending like that. You guys, seriously. Would I really end a broadcast with authority? I don't think so. We're going to end with an affirmation from The Life Loves You, because I want to end with love. And I know, like, it did say the word loving, but I didn't feel it. I didn't feel that at all. So anyways, we're going to get a little saying here. Wait, these are like all over the place. Hold on. Oh, this is so unlike me. They're facing all different directions. All right, I'm going to try not to get too upset about that. But let's get a nice affirmation to end our Wednesday night together. And here they are. Aw, we'll do top and bottom because they just fit hand in hand. So during the beginning of this broadcast, if you missed it, Asiel pulled me a card, and it was Archangel Raphael coming in to just totally embarrass me in front of everybody. Talk about my issues. Thanks, Raphael. Appreciate it. That's actually what my podcast Herb Oracle is all about. I have 2 podcasts, and the one I just really am always talking about my issues. But I don't do that here. Okay. So anyways, but yeah, it really was all about me becoming more self-loving and more intimate with me, and healing all that stuff that needs to be healed. So anyways, I love the fact that these are our 2 affirmations to end the broadcast. I am lovable. I'm lovable, and I am blessed. So yeah, I am lovable, I am blessed. Say it with me. Go ahead, be the fool, right along with me. I am lovable, I am blessed. I am lovable, I am blessed. Yeah, because that has been tripping me up. So much rejection. It's like, ugh, you know. But yeah, and then I always have that little bit of lack mentality coming in to just be a thorn in my side. And I really do need to really work on my gratitude and my appreciation. Today I did feel blessed, to the point where I was like, wow, these are a lot of peppers and tomatoes and all this food right now. I do feel very blessed, you know. But that should be part of my nighttime practice. Getting back to my Grateful Goddess Appreciation Journal and writing down 5 things that I appreciated today or that made my heart sing. Yeah, just some yum. Yeah, salsa, yum. Appreciation, yum. We need to get some. We need to get some. Okay, I'm just going to say that again. All right, so I am blessed. Which one do we want to do first? Let's do I am blessed first. So on the back, it has a little suggestion for us. It says, take a few moments to count your blessings. So everybody, think about what you're blessed. Think about what you appreciate. There's always something. In my journal tonight, I could write down, I saw a praying mantis today. Incredible. And I got a really good picture of it, 4 of them. So that's on my Facebook. What else? What else do I appreciate today? Well, my children are beautiful and I love them. There's another one. All my neighbors gave me free food. Literally. Another one I didn't even tell you about was I got a yellow squash from my neighbor across the road who doesn't ever talk to me, but she'll give me a squash every now and then. Okay, so everyone's been super generous. Come on, 2 more, you guys. 2 more. I can do this. Two more blessings to count. Hold on. I don't need the crickets right now, you guys. I don't need the crickets. Just hanging out with you. Can I use that one? Yes, I can. I am blessed to have us all come together, because when we come together, we bring our individual energies and we turn them into a collective. So even though it just seems like we've shot the shit now for 60 minutes, what we've really actually done is created energy. Maybe we've opened up a new portal for ourselves with our intentions and our laughter and our joy and our loving thoughts, right? So complete this sentence. I know I'm supposed to think of one more blessing, but I'm moving forward. Complete this sentence 10 times. 10 times? One way life is loving me. Hold on. One way life is loving me right now is... Ugh. This is hard work. One way that life is loving me right now is giving me this water to drink when my mouth is still dry from pulling the authority card. So thank you, life. Thank you for giving me water. Yeah, that's always something to be thankful for. How else is life loving me? Well, I'm blessed enough to have electricity and really good Wi-Fi. You guys are sweet. See what I mean? I'm kind of out of the habit of finding things to appreciate. So, whatever we practice, we get good at. So this is definitely something that I'm seeing reflected back to me right now that I could get a little bit better at. A little bit better. A little bit. All right, so I am blessed. Fair enough. Next card, and the last card, I am lovable. I am lovable. Put your hand on your chest. I am lovable. Just sort of grab it into you. Tell yourself, I am lovable. I am lovable. And I like this because this is talking about how it's reflected back to us. If you don't love yourself, it's going to be really hard for somebody else to love you. So here's what it says. The less I love myself, the harder it is for others to love me. I know. The more I love myself, the easier it is for others to love me, and it's easier for me to recognize how I am loved. So if you have ever tried to love someone that does not love themselves, then you know how hard it's impossible. You can love them sun up to sun down, and it just bounces off of them. None of it gets absorbed, and it's because they don't love themselves, and then they don't even see the love. Ugh, it's a really hard thing. And then to think that we ourselves do that too, to a certain extent, it's wow. So the less I love myself, the harder it is for others to love me. Remember that. And then the more that we keep on loving on ourselves, the more we love ourselves, the easier it's going to be for other people to love us, and then just to know that we are loved. So I am lovable. I am lovable. I am lovable. I am blessed. So much love, you guys. Thank you for hanging out. And you know what? I will see you again soon. I will. All right. See ya.